morning, my friends. I'm here to bring you a very brief yoga practice just to stretch out a little bit this morning. So I have a pillow that I'll be sitting on, and this is just to give my hips a little bit of height so that the hips are just above the knees. And then I also have 2 cans of food, and these are going to be used as my yoga blocks. So I'm going to set them up at the top of my mat. And finally, I have a little shoulder injury, so you may see me instructing you to do something and I'm not actually doing it. So just don't let that confuse you. Just follow along as it feels good for you. So we'll begin by closing the eyes. And as you close the eyes, begin to take slow, full breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Just beginning to breathe with what we call ocean breathing or Ujjayi breath. And just feel yourself coming into a calmer place. Just letting the mind begin to quiet down. And make sure that this breath is flowing deep into your belly, what we call diaphragmatic breathing. When we breathe into the chest, sometimes it can make us a little bit nervous or anxious because we're not fully breathing. But that deep diaphragmatic breath helps to activate our parasympathetic nervous system, which in turn activates the relaxation response. So breathe deeply into that low belly. And then bring a few shoulder rolls into the body. We're rolling up, back, and down. So forward, up, back, and down. A couple more like this. Forward, up, back, and down. And again, a full shoulder rotation. And as the shoulders are resting, the heart's nice and open, begin to draw your head down, chin to the chest. Breathing into the back of the neck. Roll your head over to one side, making sure there's plenty of space between your ear and your shoulder. And then roll back through center to the other side. Just mindful of any aches or tension or tightness in the neck or shoulder area. Just moving slowly through any of that. Still breathing deeply. And then roll your head back to center and up. I'm going to take a side stretch over to one side. Slide your hand out. Reach the other arm up and over. This is my shoulder that bothers me, so I'm going to protect it by placing my hand on my hip. Some of you may feel like you can go down a little further into this stretch, coming down to the elbow, but try not to let the shoulder drop down. Keep the heart open, maybe lifting the gaze up or gaze coming down to the mat. Deep breaths here. And then inhale up and to the other side. So again, either coming down to your palm or making your way all the way down to your elbow. I don't know if you can see my cat rolling around. She's so funny. You'll probably see her throughout the practice. Deep breaths. And then slowly lift back up to seated. If you are sitting on a pillow or blanket, go ahead and move it to the side and we're going to take a simple twist. So you're going to take your right hand and bring it right around behind the back. Bring your left hand to your right knee. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, twist. And then find this twist on the other side. Left hand behind the back, right hand to the left knee. And then bring yourself back around to center. We're going to take the legs and just stretch them straight out. Good. So you may wish to sit on your blanket here. You're going to take the arms up above the head on the inhalation. Exhale, fold forward, reaching for your toes or feet, allowing the head to come forward, moving your chin down toward the chest, and take about 3 deep breaths here. We're going to release out of this pose on the inhalation, and this is where we'll use our blocks. So you're going to take your blocks or your cans at the top of your mat. We're going to come into a pose called Anjaneyasana, kneeling lunge. Take your right foot forward. You're going to be on your left knee. One thing you can do is fold your mat over for extra cushioning underneath your left knee, and then lean into the stretch. So keep in mind that we're not here. We're not here with the left hip above the left knee. We are here. We're really getting into the hip flexors on the left side. So 3 deep breaths here. Move the blocks out of your way and take the right leg straight back into a sunbird pose. So right leg straight back, toes point down, option to lift the left arm forward. 3 deep breaths. Make your way back to a tabletop position for cat and cow. Lift your heart on the inhalation. Exhale, round your spine into cat pose. Inhale, heart forward, tailbone back. Exhale and round. Come back to a neutral tabletop now. Take your left foot forward between your hands. Create that protection underneath the right knee. And lean into your stretch. 3 deep breaths here. After that 3rd breath, take the left leg, release it straight back, setting up for sunbird pose. Hands are right underneath the shoulders, left leg is back. Option to bring the right arm forward. Stay connected to your breath. That's what's going to keep you calm and grounded throughout our practice today. Come back to hands and knees. And from here, child's pose. Bring your knees to the wide edges of the mat, toes come together, sit back to the heels, stretch your arms forward, head comes down. If this pose bothers your knees or your hips, you're welcome to come into a puppy pose. Knees will be right under the hips, and instead of sitting back, you're going to walk your arms forward, bringing the forehead down to the mat. Now coming back up to a tabletop position, we'll come onto our backs. So laying all the way back, take your knees into your chest when you get there. Hug the knees in. And then keep just the right knee hugged into the chest. Release the left. Squeeze the right knee in. And then bring the right knee to the left side. Reclined twist. Stretching the right arm out. Turning the gaze over the right shoulder. Staying connected to your breath. Slowly bring it back. Switch legs. Left knee hugs into the chest. Squeeze it in. And then guide your left leg over to the right side. Extend your left arm out. Turn your gaze over your left shoulder. Take 3 deep breaths here. After those deep breaths, begin to relax onto your mat, just completely stretching out. Letting your feet fall away from each other, letting your arms move out to the sides. Remaining with your eyes closed. Remaining here as long as you'd like. And I thank you for joining me in this practice today. From the light within me, I bow to and honor the great light within each of you. Namaste.